It's been 14 years since we've got a album by All American Rejects, and my anticipation for this album was high, but I also had some caution going into it because it had been so long, and the way bands like AAR have changed, or the sound has changed over the years. I didn't want to sit here and hype it up too much because I knew there was going to be something disappointing about this album, which is titled Sandbox. And needless to say, I wasn't too impressed. I think I'm going to just say it, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be pissed off at me for saying it, but this just sounds like Weezer through and through. I don't know how else to put it. And it's not even like it sounds like a good Weezer album. It sounds something like Ratitude or Hurley Weezer, where there's a couple of good songs on there, if any, but then the rest of it's just kind of... This album's boring. That's all I have to say. It's boring. And the fact that it starts off so well, Easy Come, Easy Go and Get This are the first two tracks on the album, and it gave me some sort of hope that maybe this thing will pick up. But then it just, falls so much that I just don't understand. Search Party, Green Isn't Yellow, Clothesline, Lemonade, they're not good songs, and even the okay songs like Eggshell Tap Dancer, the title track, and King Kong were mainly carried by certain aspects, with one like Eggshell Tap Dancer being more of the chorus than anything else. I don't know, I wasn't feeling these songs as much as I would with other AAR projects. Even in their last album, even though they changed it up a bit, there was still some enjoyable, redeeming qualities to it that even 14 years later still sound very good. But this album, yeah, I can see why Tyson Ritter in an interview like a year or two ago said, we haven't really been making new All-American Rejects music because nobody's really clamoring for it except for the fans. But there was probably a reason nobody was clamoring for new Rejects, because this just sounds, again, like you took a bunch of Weezer demos and just recorded them yourself. Like, what happened to Tyson's voice? I'm not sitting here saying it should sound like it did years ago. I'm just saying I thought maybe it'd be like Tom DeLonge, where there's still that semblance of what it sounds like or should sound like, but it's changed a little bit as he's aged. But now he just sounds like Rivers Cuomo, and it really throws me off, throws me for a loop, and it makes me just want a Weezer album more, which we're supposed to be getting this year, and they're off to a good start with their teasing and singles and all that, so hopefully that lives up to better expectations than this thing did. The one good song on here, I'll say, For Mama, I like this one because it's Tyson basically just going through his whole family and just saying how he's sorry he can't be there anymore, or he can't change the way things were and everything. That's a very personal song, and I definitely do like that. So again, good stuff on here. But for the most part, this album just, it almost put me to sleep. I got halfway through and I kind of zoned out, and I'm like, oh yeah, right, I'm listening to this album, and it was disappointing. It was very, very disappointing. Like, is it the worst thing I've heard? No. But is it the worst thing I've heard from the All-American Rejects? Yes. Therefore, this album to me gets a 4.5 out of 10. I feel like if they would have kept the momentum going after Easy Come, Easy Go and Get This, we could have had a passable grade, but the major drop and fall off after those two songs, it shows, and it just makes this album a slog to get through, and it's not even that long. It's 11 tracks, about 35-ish minutes, so it shouldn't feel like a slog, but yet it is. So that's just my take on this album. You can tell me in the comments below, what did you think? Was it worth the 14-year wait? Or were you like me, where you were just disappointed or just bored out of your mind listening to this all the way through? So yeah, with that being said, stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.